Okay, so here we are going to be processing our journals. So you can add recurring journal. New journals allow you to add journal transactions at draft until they are marked as reviewed. So you can add, edit, and delete journal transaction on the new journal tab. So you can print these drafts transaction to make sure everything is in order. Select the account and enter the amount exclusive of VAT to be posted to that account. The amount inclusive of VAT will be posted to the by affecting account. Okay, so once journal transactions are marked as reviewed, you'll be able to see them in the review journals tab, where you can specify a specific date range. You can edit and delete review journal transactions as well as add attachments, but cannot add new journal transactions. Only review journal transaction will update your account balancing and report. So whichever journal we are adding to our account, it has to be reviewed. I won't include the VAT. If you're including VAT, that means you have to be selecting which account is the journal affecting. Do you get? Okay, so this is the date, this is the effect. The effect, is it debit or credit? So you have to determine that based on what you're doing. And to which account is it uh going? Is it the sales? Is it or which of the child of account is it going? So that has to be dependent on you based on whichever journals you are trying to create. If there's any reference, you can include it, the description, and no VAT. If there is VAT, you can impute it. And if you're imputing any VAT, remember you're going to determine which account it is affecting under here as well. So there is no VAT yet. So remember, for every credit entry there is always a debit entry. So whichever one you're doing here, you need to process the credit entry here as well. And once your journal has been reviewed, so you can select to see reviewed journals. So reviewed journals, this journal has actually been reviewed. So it was, the effect was to debit this particular account with this reference and with this description. There is no VAT with this particular amount. And which account is it affecting? Why are we debiting this person's why are we debiting this account? Because it is a loan. So, and it has been marked reviewed. So if you want to add a new journal entry, you can add, sorry, if you want to add a recurring journal entry, you can do that here. Recurring journal entries that you have to be doing at a specific date or at a particular time. So cancel. So VAT returns and reports, VAT adjustment. If you want to adjust your VAT, you can do that there. And VAT payments and refund can also be done here. VAT payments and refund can be done here. So under your reports, you have management reports, where you can generate reports for profit and loss, balance sheet, trial balance, and budget reports based on. So this is just to generating reports, just like you can also do here. So you can generate reports for management, you can generate reports for transaction, and you can generate reports for audit purpose. Okay, so trial balance, export, lead page. So if you want to export your trial balance maybe to a CSV format for Excel, you can do all that, and you can export it for maybe an external user, for the auditor or something. So let's see how we can generate VAT returns and reports here. So we want to close VAT period. So this one is still open, this one has been closed. If you want to reopen any of them, you can reopen from here. If you want to view, you can view the VAT report and the VAT calculation, how it was calculated. So you can do all that based on VAT, and you can do adjustments likewise, VAT payment and refund. So calculate and process your VAT payment or refund. So VAT period, select the VAT period, refresh, you can click on next to the details and click on next to the finish. So we're not going to be going in detail in that. So this way you can generate your reports. Okay, so the budget, you can add a budget, you can create a list of budget, and you can see budget reports. So basically what we are teaching you in this stage is not really the basic accounting itself. Before you can actually start using Sage to do accounting report, and you must have been an accountant or something. So, or you must have attended our first class where we actually taught ourselves little things about the accounting concepts and conventions and some terms in accounting that can actually help. So here is just to show you where you can do this and how it should be done. So but the basic understanding and the basic concept is actually within you and based on the type of company you are actually setting up. Okay, so you can enter the name of your budget here, let's say. So, and the budget is for this year. Create your budget based on historical data. Create your budget manually. So if you want to create based on historical data, maybe if you're running a particular company for the past 2 or 3 years, you can create a budget based on historical data, and you can create your budget manually. So I would advise you do manually. Manually, yes. Create budget. And the reason why we are doing manually is because we are new to using this particular application. So we should know how to set up our budgets in the first place before we can be using historical cost budget in the subsequent years. Okay, so this is our budget. So what budget do you have for sales from March 2020, April 2020? What's your consulting revenue based? These are all based on your chart of accounts. I think you can see them. So once you do that, it's going to automatically generate your total expense and total expected profit. So you can create a new budget, you can view budget, you can rename the budget, but you can't add anything here except to go and do that manually, and you can't add anything here because this is the number of updates. So you can input in here your values. So here you can copy budget value for this account and put in other places. You can copy the old budget value for all the accounts under May 2020 and put in another column. So that's how you create a budget. So and you can see your general opening balances. So analysis code, let's see analysis code, open new tab. So you can import and export data. Let's see the opening balances. So we already have some opening balances here. So if you want to change the date of the opening balances as that you are actually viewing, you can change them here. So these are at 31st May 2020. So this is the account name, this is the category, this is the debit and the credit, the debit and the credit based on the trial balance law. So for current assets under inventory opening balance as at May is 56,750. So if you want to add some other items or you want to add some other customers to these trade receivables, you can do that here. For inventory opening balance, you can add some other items. So for suppliers payables, you can add suppliers rule. The rule of our trial balance is you debit assets and expenses, right? So opening balance for the current assets, that's why it is debited here. Likewise, your trade receivables are credited here because they are income for you, right? So likewise, this trade payables here is also credited because they are liabilities. So you have to know where you are putting your whatever opening balance you want to adjust here. You have to know where exactly you are putting before you can do any updates here. Okay, so that's that about opening balances. Okay, so the analysis code. So the analysis code can help you add unlimited analysis categories to analyze your income and expenditure in more details. For example, you may want to analyze your profit and loss by department or project. Create your analysis codes and categories below to suit your business. So you can create analysis code by each department, by each project, and by you can add and remove. You can add more, you can remove more. You can check the analysis code to analysis code. You just enter the description and enter the categories of each where the category is going. So that is this just for more, just to explain more about the details of your income or expenditure or something. So that's about our accounting policy. So under here administration, you can change your password, you can edit your profile, and you can log out. So generally Sage is good for companies. You can change your company settings here. So because we are using demo, we can't do anything here. So you can add notes and attachments to your company So a general overview of this Sage One account is it can help you in managing your customers, your suppliers, your inventory, your banking account, the different type of accounts you're running in your company, and the little administration you can be doing within your company, from management of your assets to budget and comparing budget to your expenses as well. So you can do all that on Sage One. I hope you have learned a lot from this software and how you can use them in your future businesses or in the current business you're using. So if there's any question, you can ask in the question and answer section, or you can send us an email on our email account below, or you call us or chat with us on the phone number below under this panel. So we are ready to attend to you anytime, any day. So I wish you all the best in your endeavors, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for patronizing us, and you can also sign up for more courses that we've rolled out. You always enjoy us, you always learn something new that can benefit for your business and add value to your career. So thank you, and God bless.